You will see expenditures are there only for these four things. Expenditures are always there, like we need to we need to spend money when we want to gratify our senses. But there are no expenses in your devotional services. Is it not? In fact, you will observe this thing that as we start practicing our devotional services, as we serve Krishna, then gradually our expenses will gradually, they will automatically get reduced. Because earlier, when we were not Krishna conscious, we were assuming ourselves that we are this body. We were identifying ourselves with this body. So we were busy in spending so much of money for this body. Is it not? But now, as we understand that we are not this body, we are soul. So we really don't need anything for ourselves. You yourself will observe this thing that we used to spend so much for this body. This dress, this makeup, that makeup, or this accessories, that accessories, lots of things. But now, nothing, we want nothing. And you will also observe this thing that we are so much satisfied living a simple life. This is really not an ordinary thing. If you have understood this thing that I am satisfied by living a simple life, because people are so much absorbed in this consciousness only that I am this body and I have to do so much for this body. And if I'm not able to do very much for my body, then you will see people, they feel so much inferior by looking at other people that they have uh, like luxury, they are living a luxurious life, and I'm not able to do anything. My life is really waste. People really think like this, and you yourself can see such people around you. One amazing formula Prabhuji was telling to earn more money. You know the formula? If you want to earn more and more money, then you spend very little. Don't spend much money, and you will find that you will already have uh, more money in your pocket. So this was quite amazing. Don't spend much. And you will also you will also observe one thing that now we want to do more and more for Krishna. We want to do really good for Krishna. We want to take nice dresses for Krishna, nice jewelry for Krishna, nice flowers and garlands for Krishna, and like whatever if we are cooking also, whatever grocery we are taking, we want to take it of very nice quality because we are very much conscious that this is for Krishna. So now, as we practice our devotional services, we want to serve Krishna nicely. We want to do nice things for Krishna. We want to take nice utensils for Krishna so that we may offer him nicely. So this is really amazing consciousness that service to Krishna and nothing for ourselves. And you will see this when we are doing this, then we are actually nourishing ourselves. Ourselves means soul, because we are not this body. So if we keep on nourishing our body, then we will never feel ultimate satisfaction. But when we are serving Krishna, then our soul is automatically nourishing. It is automatically getting nourished because we are fragmental part of Krishna. So this is really amazing thing. So in our last class, we were discussing same thing that if we will question ourselves, that, like, I am the proprietor and others are the proprietors of their bodies. I'm the proprietor of my body. Means I have been given this body and I am maintaining it at some level. Krishna is the reason for everything. This is one thing. But we have to take care of our health, etc. So, yes, I'm maintaining this body, and we always say that this is my hand, this is my leg, but we never say this is me hand or this is I leg. So, this shows that we are different from these body parts. That can be any body part. We are different from those parts, being its owner. So, the search for the answer is this question is the process of meditation. In real meditation, we ask, where am I? What am I? We cannot find the answers to these questions by any material effort. And because of this, all the universities are setting these questions aside. They say it is too difficult a subject, or they brush it aside. It is irrelevant. Thus, engineers direct their attention to creating and attempting to perfect the horseless carriage and wingless bird, like vehicles and aeroplanes. Formerly, horses were drawing carriages, but now there are cars and rockets. And the scientists are very proud. But you will see that because of these vehicles and stuff, there is lots of air pollution. So basically, they were assuming that these horses and all the animals, they kind of they are spreading dirt. They like they pass their stool and stuff on the road. So they were assuming they were noticing this thing that they are spreading dirt. So that's why they invented these cars and rockets. But now you will see the problem is not solved. Instead, another problem came. Which problem? Problem of air pollution. You will not believe in Delhi, it is very difficult for people to even breathe. So much of pollution is there. But scientists are very proud about this thing. We have invented horseless carriages and wingless birds. They boast. Although, oh, just a second. Although they invent imitation wings for the airplane or rocket, they cannot invent a soulless body. So even you will see invent imitation wings for the aeroplane or rocket, and you will see that even though they have uh, invented all these things, but they cannot move by themselves. Because after all, these aeroplanes and rockets are also dead matter only. So they cannot invent a soulless body. When they are able to actually do this, they will deserve credit. But such an attempt would necessarily be frustrated, for we know that there is no machine that can work without a spirit soul behind it. So we understood this example in our previous class that even if you are seeing a automatic machine around you, even though it is automatic, but then also we will need a spirit soul, a person, a living person to make that washing machine work. He will put the switch on and then it will start working. So it cannot work by its own. Even the most complicated computers need trained men to handle them. Yes, you will see in factories, the computers will not work by themselves. They will need men to handle them. Similarly, we should know that this great machine, which is known as the cosmic manifestation, is manipulated by a supreme spirit. I was about to tell one point here. I'm forgetting it. Anyways, yes. So, similarly, we should know that this great machine, which is known as the cosmic manifestation, is manipulated by a supreme spirit. That is Krishna. Scientists are searching for the ultimate cause or the ultimate controller of this material universe and are postulating different theories and proposals. But the real means for knowledge is very easy and perfect. We only we need only hear from the perfect person, Krishna. So you will see practicing devotional services, progressing in our spiritual life is extremely easy. We just have to do is what we have to do is we just have to hear things as it is, and we have to accept it as it is, and we have to follow it as it is. That's it. There is no need of putting our minds. How easy it is. You will see in, like, if we talk about ordinary world, normal people, when we were in our colleges or school, we we have to put our minds in solving math problem, this problem, that problem. But following scriptures is extremely easy. You just hear it as it is and you follow it as it is. And then you will be able to experience transformations nicely. So we need only hear from the perfect person, Krishna. By accepting the knowledge imparted in Bhagavad Gita, anyone can immediately know that this great cosmic machine, of which the earth is a part, is working so wonderfully because there is a driver behind it, Krishna. So this earth is just a part of this great cosmic uh, universe, this whole universe. This earth is just a part of it. And everything is being managed wonderfully by Krishna. Our process of knowledge is very easy. Krishna's instruction, Bhagavad Gita, is the principal book of knowledge given by the Adi Purush himself. Adi Purush is Sri Krishna, the supreme primeval person, the supreme personality of Godhead. He is indeed the perfect person. It may be argued that although we have accepted him as a perfect person, there are many others who do not. Yes. So I know one person, like I talked with him day before yesterday. So he was following any other sanstha, but when he followed the process of Krishna consciousness, chanting, hearing, etc., etc. So even though he was experiencing transformations, but then also as he heard garbage from that particular whatever sanstha and all, they were actually impersonalists. So that's why it is very much difficult for him now to accept Krishna as Supreme Personality. He is assuming that all are one. And he's kind of confused, but he has no envy for Krishna. I was really sensing this when I talked with him day before yesterday. So few months back, he he immediately left the group and he just went away. But I texted him again and I talked him on call. So he told me this same thing, that I was following something else before. So I just want to stick to it only. I don't want to row on two boats. It will be confusing for me. So I just told him one thing, okay, you just do what you just follow whatever you wish to follow. But can you chant one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra in association with devotees? And he agreed. So you will see people are innocent at some level, they are innocent, but we can't say that they are completely innocent, because if they were completely innocent, then they would have not been desiring. One should know this thing. We already discussed this thing also, that the person who want to get exploit, then Krishna will arrange someone for him who will exploit him. So he was only desiring, or maybe in his past time he did any offense. That's why he was now inclined towards those impersonalists. But still, he was innocent at some level. That's why he agreed for chanting one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I'm really focusing on this thing, that even though people are not able to follow Krishna consciousness completely, you just make them chant at least one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And gradually, as they will consistently chanting their rounds, then Krishna will himself bless them with intelligence. This is a great mercy if you are making someone convince to chant this great Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So today also, when I went for a walk to take garlands for Krishna, so I was consciously chanting loudly. I was consciously directing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra to trees, to plants, to grass, to insects. And it was really amazing. I was consciously doing it. I was just directing Mahamantra to the trees and plants. And it was really amazing. And we should know this thing, that this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is magical even if any living being comes in contact to it. That person is not able to speak or whatever, but just by the contact, they they will be on the path of liberation. So definitely now those trees and plants got uh, they they get in touch with this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they will definitely get human form of life in their next life. And Krishna will definitely arrange association of devotees for them. It is really a great mercy. So why to only be compassionate towards human beings? We should be compassionate towards other beings also, because they are also fragmented part of Krishna. It's just they did some offense in their past lives. That's why now they got such, they are in such species, in such costumes. So yes. So Prabhupada ji is telling here that it may be argued that although we have accepted him as a perfect person, there are many others who do not. They will never accept Krishna as Supreme Personality. So don't try to even convince them. See, this is natural. You yourself see that if you were told that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, so it was natural for you to accept it. You were not arguing, you were not putting your mind that why Krishna, why only Krishna is Supreme Personality. You won't believe, one person commented on my shorts on Instagram. He commented that why Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and I am his fragmental part. Why I am not Supreme Personality of Godhead and Krishna is my fragmental part? See the foolishness of people. They just speak anything rubbish. They're just foolish. So yes, I didn't reply, I just removed him. Anyways, So yes, it's difficult for them to accept Krishna as Supreme Personality. So we don't have to convince them about this thing, because for us, it was natural that we accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality. And of course, Krishna allowed us, he blessed us with such intelligence. So this is not ordinary thing. So don't make them convinced about this thing, about this philosophy. You just make them chant Hare Krishna. We should focus on this thing. Even though if you are not able to tell much philosophy, you just make them chant Hare Krishna. And for that also, you don't have to tell much philosophy, that this is uh, Mahamantra of Kali Yuga, there is no other way, Hare Naam eva kevalam. No, no need to tell all these. You just share your experiences, that you started chanting this mantra and you experienced this, that, this, such transformations. So you also chant. And people do get inspired by this. I remember when earlier I used to tell people about to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I used to preach them like this, that I do a very great meditation. This is really nice meditation. You also try this. And I used to share my experiences with them very enthusiastically. So they used to say, yeah, just by seeing your face, just the way you are speaking, we can sense that you are really experiencing amazing transformations in your life. So okay, we will also chant. So people do get inspired. And for that, it is important that we practice our sadhana very nicely, so that we may inspire other people. But if we are chanting very we are not chanting very nicely, we are not practicing our sadhana very nicely, then how will we able to convince other people, inspire other people? So this is very important point. But one should not think that this acceptance is whimsical. He is accepted as the perfect person on the evidence of many authorities. We do not accept we do not accept Krishna as perfect simply on the basis of our whims or sentiments. So it's not scorn people who has made Krishna Supreme Personality of Godhead. So even I never tell people that I'm following ISKCON or etc. I just simply tell them that I'm following Bhagavad Gita. Because people, I don't know, they have a kind of mindset that these ISKCON people are narrow minded, they only accept one person as Supreme Personality, etc. etc. So you just tell them to follow Bhagavad Gita. Don't bind, you just tell them, don't bind yourself in certain designation. Do you think Bhagavad Gita is not good? Do you think Bhagavad Gita is wrong? Many people have heard this, that if you are facing lots of problems in your life, you read Bhagavad Gita and your life will become very easy. Many people have heard this thing, even though they haven't read Bhagavad Gita yet. So they accept Bhagavad Gita as a great scripture naturally. So you don't tell about such things. So yes, it's not ISKCON people who has made Krishna Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's not like that. No. Krishna is accepted as God by many Vedic authorities like Vyasadeva, the author of all Vedic literatures. The treasure house of knowledge is contained in the Vedas, and their author, Vyasadeva, accepts Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Vyasadeva's spiritual master, Narada, also accepts Krishna as such. So one should know this thing, that Vyasadeva is the one who is the author of all the Vedic scriptures. He's the author of all the Vedic scriptures. And Vyasadeva is basically Krishna only, incarnation of Lord Krishna. Narada also accepts Krishna as such. Narada's spiritual master, Brahma, accepts Krishna not only as the supreme person, but the supreme controller as well. 𝗃𝗵𝗵 Krishna. So in evening class, Srimad Bhagavatam, right now, uh, discussion is going on the prayers of Brahmaji for Krishna. Very amazing prayers. Brahmaji is like unstoppably glorifying Krishna. He is showing his complete dependency through his prayers on Krishna, like complete dependency. I am nothing. I'm so fallen. I'm this, I'm that. Krishna, I'm nothing. Uh, I'm nothing. Only you are the ultimate maintainer. Please save me. Please save me that I may not get bewildered. I may not get trapped in Maya. So even Brahmaji, the very first person, he is also afraiding. Of course, Maya Devi will not catch Brahmaji, but then also he is showing his complete dependency on Krishna. The supreme controller is Krishna. So one should understand this thing. All right. Now we will continue our discussion in next class if Krishna is willing. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.